Most AI quiz tutorials focus entirely on the same thing, generating questions as fast as possible. They skip the grading, the security, and the deployment. Generating 20 questions in 10 seconds creates an illusion of productivity if the resulting output is just low-level keyword matching. If your employees can simply guess their way through an assessment, you aren't testing their comprehension. They aren't forced to recall information, which leaves your corporate compliance records essentially empty. To fix this, we'll build a professional assessment from scratch using ProProfs Quiz Maker, moving from AI generation to a fully deployed exam. A professional assessment secures measurable comprehension, builds an accurate compliance record in the same time it takes to draft a simple prompt. Inside the dashboard, your first step is choosing your quiz type. You use a scored quiz to measure actual knowledge for training, or a personality quiz for culture and leadership fit. You can save time using pre-built professional templates or browsing a bank of over 1 million ready-to-use questions across hundreds of topics. Using the AI generator requires setting a few basic parameters. You define the topic, set the difficulty level, and mix question formats, combining multiple choice with matching and dropdowns to keep learners engaged. You can also upload a raw compliance manual or policy document directly. The AI processes your specific text to generate questions that are perfectly aligned with your internal material. Linking source material directly to the assessment prevents a mismatch between what your team studied and what they are actually tested on. Once the questions are generated, we evaluate them against the testing effect. This is the learning science principle that active recall, actually searching your memory for an answer, is what cements knowledge. Effective questions use scenario-based structures. They present a realistic situation and ask for the correct course of action, which forces the test taker to think rather than just match keywords. These questions include plausible distractors. These incorrect options look realistic, ensuring only those who truly understand the material select the right answer. You can then use the drag-and-drop editor to reorder the sequence, add answer explanations, and apply your company branding to the final layout. Evaluating these scenarios and distractors ensures the quiz measures actual proficiency, eliminating the chance for users to simply guess the correct answer. With the question set, we configure the automated grading. This is a critical step because the grading logic determines if the assessment is a fair measurement of skill. Regular grading is an all-or-nothing approach. A question is either right or wrong. This works for simple true or false questions, but lacks nuance for more complex testing. Partial grading awards fractional points if a learner identifies 3 out of 4 correct options. Custom grading allows you to assign specific point values to individual answers. This is critical for compliance assessments, where certain errors carry heavier consequences. You can also set up automated feedback for every answer. If a learner gets a question wrong, they immediately see an explanation or a link to the correct training material. Combining nuanced grading with immediate feedback loops actively corrects the learner during the test, reinforcing the material at the exact moment of recall. The assessment is now built and graded. The final step is getting it to your audience while maintaining the integrity of the results. You have several sharing options. You can embed the quiz, send a direct link, or generate a QR code for in-person training sessions. To manage your learners, you use the Groups feature. This allows you to organize users by department or team and track their specific progress from a single dashboard. If you work with external clients, the Classroom feature provides a centralized portal where each organization gets its own private space with its own login credentials. For high-stakes exams, you should enable security features like webcam proctoring, time limits, and question randomization to prevent cheating. Combining targeted distribution with strict proctoring prevents tampering, providing a verifiable record of exactly who took the assessment and how they performed. After the quiz is live, the gradebook report provides a high-level snapshot. You can see total points, average scores across the group, and a clear pass or fail status for every learner. The full quiz report goes deeper, offering question-level difficulty analysis. This shows you exactly which topics your team is struggling with, so you can adjust your next training session. We have now built a full pipeline, generating from source documents, configuring nuanced grading, securing the deployment, and tracking the results. You can start with the forever free plan to test the platform, Or use the essentials and business plans to scale up for larger teams. Building a professional assessment pipeline now takes minutes, allowing you to focus on the data rather than the drafting. Check the trial link in the description and tell me what topic you're building your first quiz on in the comments.